With literally thousands of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds to choose from, picking up the right investments can confuse even the most seasoned investors. Instead of making any improper decision, it is better to start by deciding what mix of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds you want to hold. This refers to as asset allocation. Asset allocation involves division of an investment portfolio among different asset categories. The process of determining which mix of assets to hold in your portfolio is a very critical and personal thing to consider. The asset allocation that works best at any given point in one's life will depend largely on time horizon and ability to tolerate risk. When it comes to investors, we usually find two tendencies, i.e., aggressive and conservative. An aggressive investor, or one with a high risk tolerance, is more exposed to risk of losing money in order to get better results. A conservative investor, or an investor with a low risk tolerance, tends to favor investments that will preserve his or her original investment. In the words of the famous saying, conservative investor keeps a bird in the hand while aggressive investor seeks two in the bush. When it comes to investing, risk and reward are inextricably entwined. All investments involve some degree of risk. If you intend to purchase securities such as stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, it's important to understand before investing that one can lose some or all of the money. Stocks, bonds, and cash are the most common asset categories, but other asset categories including real estate, precious metals and other commodities, and private equity also exist, and some investors may opt for these asset categories. Before making any investment, it is significant to estimate the risks and making it sure that they are appropriate for the individual. By merging asset categories with investment returns that move up and down under different market conditions within a portfolio, an investor can protect himself against significant losses. By investing in more than one asset category, one can cut the risk to lose money and portfolio in this way. Overall investment returns may have a smoother ride. Loses money, the other investments will make up for those losses. The decision about asset allocation goes hand in hand with asset location. It is important that how investors distribute their investment across saving vehicles, including taxable accounts, tax-exempt accounts, tax-deferred accounts, variable life insurance policies, foundations, and onshore versus offshore accounts. Asset location is a tax minimization strategy that takes advantage of the fact that different types of investments get different tax treatments. Some financial experts believe that determining the asset allocation and location is the most important decision that one has to make before initiating investments. Determining the appropriate asset allocation model for a financial goal is a complicated task, but a consultation with a professional can minimize the risk.